Are you Schmeichel in disguise? So that chant was from the Manchester United fans at Old Trafford, and that was for their new goalie. So, final score Manchester United 2, Sunderland nil. The main headlines. Number one, goals from Mason Mount and Benjamin Šeško secured a 2-0 win for Manchester United against a well-organized Sunderland side. And before I move on to the next headlines, I want to say this. I'm so happy for Mason Mount and Benjamin Šeško. But yeah, for both. I was going to say more for Mason Mount because I've been expecting him to score his first goal at Old Trafford for Manchester United, and he did that yesterday. So I want to put that out there. And the same goes for Benjamin Šeško. I'm happy for him because the expectations were high, and now we're all excited to see what the next months are going to bring for him. Senne Lammens, I hope I'm saying his name right. So he made his United debut, keeping a clean sheet with several important saves and composed distribution. The win marked 3 consecutive home league victories for Manchester United, and the first time in over 2 years United have achieved that feat. The manager Rúben Amorim made tactical adjustments that simplified United's shape, which proved effective, especially in the opening 30 minutes. A VAR overturned penalty and solid second half defending ensured a rare comfortable finish for the hosts. It's time for us to talk about the goals. Of course, Mason Mount scored in the 8th minute, controlled Bumo's cross inside a crowded box and slotted home calmly. And that would be his first Premier League goal at Old Trafford for United. 31st minute, Benjamin Šeško scored the second goal for the Red Devils. So, it was an alert to a flick on from a long throw, and he was able to finish it well for his second goal in 2 games. Senne Lammens debut performance. So he made his United debut following a summer move from Royal Antwerp. Today I'm struggling with the pronunciations. So early touches were composed, drawing applause from the Old Trafford crowd, and he was able to make late saves, including a one-on-one block from Chamsdine Telby. If I mispronounced his name, I will pretend like I did not. So one misjudged charge out nearly proved costly, but it did not affect the overall solid showing. And the pundits at the studio, they praised him. One of them even said a good solid debut. He did the basics well, made the saves he had to, and calmed the defense. I think that's such a good compliment, considering that this was his United debut. And the crowd chants, "Are you Schmeichel in disguise?" That was so fun to hear. So while we're in the tactical notes, let's go to our Amorim's tactical tweaks. Of course, adjustments simplified the setup. Brian Bumo positioned closer to Šeško to create a more compact and effective front two, and this forced Sunderland's defenders to stay central, giving Ahmad room to isolate the fullback in one-on-ones. Direct approach with long balls to Šeško and plus runners beyond, it caused problems. So substitutes such as Cunha, they slotted into the same tactical structure with similar efforts. And I think it was Rooney who said this. It was not a big change, but it was clever. Do you guys hear that? Clever. And Sunderland struggled with it in the first 30 minutes. I think that's such a compliment for Man United, especially considering their recent performance. They needed that. So now let's talk about the performance. So first off, Man United, they were strong and structured. Of course, Sunderland started energetically, and they were quickly subdued. Mount's goal settled the nerves, and I feel like it rewarded United's early pressure. Fernandes hit the bar with a curling effort. That was such a beautiful goal, a beautiful effort. He was not able to turn it into a goal. Šeško doubled the lead shortly after, and VAR overturned a penalty against Šeško for a high boot just before halftime. So when we come to the second half, of course, the pundits called it professional but less convincing. So United, they were less assertive. Short passes went astray, shots flew wide. And when it comes to Šeško and Cunha, of course, these two players, they continued to threaten through direct runs. Casemiro, that was such a good effort. He missed a key chance to add a third for the Red Devils. Lammens. His late saves preserved the clean sheet and ensured a calm finish. And Amorim said this, of course, you know, they were asking him about Man United winning their third consecutive game in the Premier League. I think it was the third, three consecutive home league victories. But then he said, we need this kind of performance away as well. It's our responsibility to play like this, not just at home. So the key talking points from different pundits were, number one, they talked about Mount's return to form. Here they said Mount looked sharp and confident, similar to his Chelsea days, and that's why I'm so happy for him. And they said he took his goal well and looked composed. And then they talked about Šeško's movement. They said he continues to grow into his role, scored again, showing good striker instincts in positioning. And the other topic they discussed about with the concerns over system fit. So, you know, the discussions at the studio highlighted ongoing concerns. Some players like Bruno, Shaw, they said they're being used in unnatural roles, leading to errors. And Amorim's system may suit the team in possession, but the team is struggling defensively, especially with pace and pressing. And I think it was Danny Murphy who said this. But someone said this, so I quote, it's not the system, it's the personnel. Players are in roles they don't suit. That's on the manager, so they're blaming the manager. So the final reflections from the studio would be United played maturely, especially in the first half, and it was described as an adult performance by their manager, Rúben Amorim, but the pressure still remains. This was the first time Amorim had managed back-to-back wins and only at home. So Liverpool at Anfield awaits after the international break, and that is definitely going to be a major test for his team. And this was a huge win and a relief for Amorim. But the question is, can they do it away from home? We'll have to wait and see.